Star Wars apparently has done something interesting. Lucasfilm has revived the trademark for Star Wars Detours, which was an animated series from the Robot Chicken guys. Now, this is a long gestating project and one that you can find some trailers for on YouTube. And it's pretty funny. Very Robot Chicken, but just done with CG. And I'm really honest to God surprised that that this never went anywhere. But then again, it also happened before the Disney buyout of Lucasfilm, so that's one of the reasons why it definitely kicked the bucket. Now, it says here, remember that animated Star Wars series from the Robot Chicken team, Star Wars Detours? Well, Lucasfilm has renewed the trademark. Why? I got no idea. But I hope it means one day we'll see the light of day. And then the synopsis for Star Wars Detours is, it's an animated comedy that explores what daily life is like in a galaxy far, far away. There are no Empire striking back or attacking clones here. Instead, Star Wars Detours focuses on the universe's regular folk and their everyday problems, which, to be fair, do frequently involve famous bounty hunters, crazed Ewoks, and even the Dark Lord of the Sith. Welcome to Star Wars Detours, the other side of the stars, between the wars. And it's very tongue-in-cheek, very, very Robot Chicken, very Family Guy in the way it's approached. Seth Green clearly worked on it. Seth MacFarlane is the voice of the Emperor. I mean, like it feels like Robot Chicken, just not stop motion animation, but CG. And it looks cool. I really want to see it. Now it says here, it's been 6 years since Lucasfilm announced that the series exists at Star Wars Celebration in 2012. The comedy series was ready to go with 39 completed episodes and 62 scripts ready to be produced before Lucasfilm put it on hold indefinitely. The series even had George Lucas's stamp of approval. So, okay, so you've got 39 completed episodes. Now, I don't know how long the episodes are. If it's going to be, if it's, let's say Robot Chicken, we're looking at like 10 or 11-minute episodes, right? That's probably what they're going to be. So they've done 339 completed episodes and 62 scripts that are ready to be produced. So that is a lot of content for Star Wars. And now with the 4 movies since this show was put on hold, they could easily come out with a lot more. And so Seth Green had previously said, so there's actually been quite a bit of talk about this, but Detours is just on hold currently. We have 39 finished episodes and around 62 finished scripts. But that entire show was created before the decision to make more Star Wars movies. So our show, which was created by George Lucas, is an animated sitcom in the world of Star Wars. So we had a lot of conversations with Kathleen Kennedy about Star Wars, and not just the next 3 years, but the next 30 years. And when you're in a privileged or as privileged a position as we were to be able to work on Star Wars content with its creator, you get a sense of responsibility due to the whole. I was introduced to Star Wars as a child, and I was without any ironic or comedic lens. So I saw Darth Vader as scary, and I saw all those messages very, very clearly. We didn't think it made any sense in anticipation for these new movies coming out to spend the next 3 years with an animated sitcom as 3 generations of kids' first introduction to the Star Wars universe. That's okay. Like, that feels like such a cop-out right there. Let's be realistic here. This is edgier humor. This is PG-13-esque humor. This is going to the realm of Robot Chicken and its humor, which basically means this is a no-go for Disney. Disney doesn't like this kind of stuff. So while what he's saying here is we don't want to indoctrinate the children to our style of humor if they haven't had a chance to experience the Force, right? That's kind of what he's saying, but it's a load of BS. It's a huge load of BS. Now he says here, finishes up here, I should say. I do feel that Detours is a timeless bit of entertainment. Media distribution is changing so quickly, so dramatically, that can you even imagine what a distribution of content will look like in the next 5 years? In a day and age when Netflix series are nominated for the top accolades TV has to offer, who is to say what it will look like when the new Star Wars movies come out? So Detours can sit on a shelf until Star Wars movies come out without losing any of its luster, because what we've created is very funny, very smart, and like I said before, timeless. Okay. So they talked with George, they talked with Kathleen, they were working on it. They completed 39 episodes, and they have almost double that ready to go for more. They decided to put it on hold because the new movies were coming out. They didn't want to mix anything up. Now we all of a sudden find ourselves 6 years later looking at the trademark being renewed. Huh, that's weird. Why is that happening? Well, could it be because of a couple theories that I've got here? Number one would be the bombing of Solo. That's a good way to describe it. The bombing of Solo is a good way to talk about that, because what they're going to do is, and this is just one theory, is bring this back out as a way to kind of reestablish a connection with the fandom that walked away from that. The fandom that loved the Family Guy trilogy. And I bought those 3 movies on Blu-ray last year for like $12, the whole collection. And I love that collection. So it's like, it's so cool. And I'm thinking like that might be one of the things, is they realize that they lost connection with those fans. And those are the fans that bring the moolah to the box office and the moolah to the merchandise. And that could be something. Additionally, and this is another theory, the Disney streaming service is looking for content. And they've got this content sitting on a shelf. So why not put it out there and see how it does when they want to release Star Wars content, fresh Star Wars content on the service. Now, I would argue that reasoning, that theory, is probably more realistic than the first one. But I think both can equally work here. Now, it does say here that after Disney bought Lucasfilm, the series was canceled for the time being. It's a shame that the series ended up being a casualty in that big deal, but maybe Lucasfilm still has plans on releasing it one day. Yeah, I think they are. I think they're going to probably put it out on the streaming service next year, because they're going to want content. They're going to want exclusive Star Wars content in order to sweeten the deal of what's coming down the pipeline. That being said, look, here's the thing. This looks funnier than hell to me, and I can't wait to see it. And the fact that, and I didn't even really know about it until yesterday, and I feel really bad about that, because I thought I was in the know of Star Wars shit, but apparently 2012 was a year that, well, that was a bit of a tumultuous year in my own life. So I didn't really pay much attention to a lot at the time, because I was trying to like survive in Los Angeles and your grindstone and that stuff. But the fact that it's now been renewed, there are trailers out there, you can see them, and we know the streaming service is coming next year, and it's probably going to end up going there. And I hope that it's a hit. I hope that this type of comedy can pick up, because here's the thing: Star Wars is perfect for poking fun at itself. And that, I think, ultimately helps it grow within the fandom, because the fandom can see the flaws. And if the creators can see the flaws and make fun of the flaws while making fun of themselves, it bonds everybody, which is the exact opposite of what The Last Jedi did. Right? Because no one's bonding over the flaws in that movie. Right? No one's doing that. So we have that to look forward to.